today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Backbeat, the word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had a doubt. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads we have to walk are winding, and all the lights that lead us there are blinding.
Good afternoon and welcome all. Welcome to the wedding of Kelsey, Markham, and Zachary Bragano. My name is John Golden. Opera los presentes que hablan español. Pueden llamarme Juan Godin. And I will be your officiant, guide, and nuptial navigator for today's union. Y será su oficial, guía y navegante nupcial de la unión de hoy. Hi, I am not a funny person. When Kelsey and Zach asked me to officiate their wedding, I was absolutely thrilled. When I asked them what kind of ceremony they might like, and they said funny, I was terrified. I was terrified for two reasons. Number one, first and foremost, I am not funny. Number two, although this is not the first time I have conducted a wedding ceremony for cherished friends, I am technically prohibited by law to officiate any ceremonies where members of the public are in attendance. At least not until I accept the DA's plea bargain for the lesser charges of unlawful operation of a cookie table, cake laundering, and of course, 3 counts of disingenuous impersonation of a celebrity resulting in harm or injury to another person. But because I care about these two so much, furthermore, in fact, because this previous incident, aka an egregious miscarriage of justice and complete fundamental failure of the criminal justice system, if you ask me, even though I am effectively banned from officiating any weddings in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, period, I adore Zach and Kelsey so greatly, I decided to make today an exception, despite the restrictive and hindering sham that are the marring and slanderous accusations of a clearly broken justice system. So if anyone asks, you and I are all old pals, just talking about how cool Zach and Kelsey are, and I just happen to be up here coincidentally looking for condiments or a shoehorn or whatever, and oh my God, so crazy to see all of you, and definitely not officiating a wedding. Y'all got it? Okay. That means you, Tim Beveridge. You rat on me, and I swear I will tell everyone what happened at the Backstreet Boys concert in 2006. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway. As I was saying, when Zach and Kelsey told me they'd like a funny ceremony, I was scared. Because I'm not a funny person. I'm about as funny as missing the bus. Well, I thought, couldn't they have asked for an anxious ceremony? Or how's about a really neurotic ceremony? Or hey, how about you just get up there and talk about trivial stuff? How an old lady hit you in the back of the head with a chair at bingo, or some of your gastrointestinal organs are reversed, and so on. Any of those aforementioned themes, and I have no doubt I would excel. Even if they wanted beautiful or elegant, I could have done a real bang-up job. But no, you guys wanted funny. And I'm about as funny as being stuck in traffic or getting a tetanus shot, let me tell you. Truthfully, I was prepared to give a 2-hour dissertation on the true nature of love in the context of fulfilling matrimony. But no, they wanted funny. And I'm about as funny as getting a paper cut. But certainly, without doubt, today is not about me. It is about Kelsey and Zach. And so if Zach and Kelsey want a funny wedding, well then Zach and Kelsey picked the wrong guy. When I started writing this, I couldn't even remember Kelsey's last name correctly. I had to text my girlfriend Leia. And when she said it's Markham, I said, oh yeah, that makes sense because Zach loves Star Wars. Her last name is basically Mark Hamill. I am literally not funny. Stop. And then I said, well, she's always over there marking hands. No. Okay. I'm a little nervous, but I'm glad that I had the opportunity to establish how unqualified I am to conduct this ceremony. And let me tell you this, here's the thing. I care about both of these individuals so greatly. I have watched Zach grow. And I have watched Zach and Kelsey grow together. And I cannot imagine a greater honor or reward than to be the one to wed them. Plus, I made a promise I would give them the best damn ceremony I could. So, as I had mentioned, I was originally, before I was forced to be funny, going to give a long and lengthy dissertation on the true nature of matrimony. That's good. I'll give a short one. After that, I'll tell you about a couple people I know. Real nice folks. And then, I'll wed them right before your eyes. But before I spit hot bars of matrimonial fire onto this dope nuptial track, I got to tell you guys a story. A story about my boy Robert. This is Robert. Robert Sternberg, horrible croquet player, exceptional theoretical psychologist. Interestingly, good old Sternberg, he also had this moderately weird obsession with triangles. Yes, triangles, kind of like Pythagoras, except without all the other traditional Greek or Hellenic inclinations, I guess we'll call them, such as naked greased up wrestling, tzatziki sauce. One day, Robert was in the kitchen making himself a sandwich, cut naturally into triangles, when he had an epiphany of sorts. "Hark," he said, "a triangle. Not just any triangle, however. This one was different." Robert in the past had already invented several other triangles, less famous, including triangle shoes, triangle currency, and a triangle movie theater screens. But no, this triangle was different. Sternberg, he wailed sharply as he spit out the remnants of his sandwich with missile-like ferocity, and his jaw hung open in awe. Immediately, he knew this triangle was different. This triangle would be the greatest of them all. Pythagoras, he said, triangles could achieve anything if only one has the right angle. I literally told you I am not funny. I'm funny like jury duty. And the right angle is exactly what Sternberg had miraculously just devised. Sternberg whinnied with delight as he realized the expansive and incredible potential of this new triangle. This triangle, you see, would serve to become the basis for the renowned, beloved Sternberg's triangular theory of love. This totally triangular theory states that the bond or love shared between two individuals can be expressed as the presence or combination of one or more particular traits. Sternberg's revelation was that love can be comprised of any or all three of the following traits: liking, intimacy, and commitment. The most ideal, desirable, or rewarding type of love, Sternberg termed consummate love. And it results from the possession of all three of the aforementioned traits. Consummate love is rare and wonderful indeed. And never, Never before have I borne witness to such an absolute and ideal instance of consummate love than that created and shared by Kelsey Markham and Zachary Bragano. These two truly lift one another up, and their partnership makes everyone better as a result. Kelsey takes the most incredible care of Zach, and he, in turn, is so incredibly supportive of her. He literally would not, when they met, and still to this day cannot, shut up about her. Even though I know he was trying not to, so it wouldn't seem like a dork in front of the bros. Furthermore, it is my sincere and firm belief that only by exceptional and outstanding content of character of both partners can this powerful and superlative form of love be cultivated and obtained. Kelsey and Zach work together so harmoniously to take care of others holistically. Zach, he keeps people fed mentally and entertained with his outgoing personality, while Kelsey makes people feel welcomed, encouraged, and safe and free to be themselves with a most incredible natural maternal instinct. Both are kind, nurturing, and welcoming in their own way, and they set each other up for success. And it is this singular way they work together that makes them so special. I see it every time I visit. That's how I knew they had what it takes. That's how I knew they were totally Sternberging it. Consummate style. Zach and Kelsey have this kind of love. But love is much more than science and triangles. And with that, I introduce Kelsey's dear friend, Amanda Costner. Thank you, Amanda. She was funny. I'm not. I mean, let's get serious. Today, we are here to observe, recognize, and witness something truly fascinating. Make no mistake. Something fascinating made manifest by the conscious, selfless, and perpetual effort of two truly, genuinely rare and amazing people, Zach and Kelsey, who, through many years and miles, hardships and joys, decisions and surprises, and whatever else this world threw at them, made their way through this often uncertain and ephemeral existence to stand before you today and display with pride and passion the inevitable and insuppressible connection of soul and spirit and their glorious gift born into this world as a result. Two people, by sheer will, admiration, commitment, and trust and belief in one another, have created and brought forth into existence something remarkable and profound where there was once only absence or indifference. Two people, Zach and Kelsey, both of whom stand before you now, radiant with the aural glow of godly favor, stand as physical persons, yes, but their unified spirits soar above us so high at unfathomable heights that they skim the realm of the Creator Himself. This is because the highest order of action one can perform in this world is to emulate God and to create. To replace the empty or nothing, the absence or fear, with beauty or that which supports, celebrates, or enhances life. And those who create good are good and exist closest to the divine. And what Zach and Kelsey have created is surely singular and significant alike. Specifically, that which Kelsey and Zach have created, the expression of which you witness here today, despite my terrible attempts at humor, resounds and reverberates through mountain and molecule alike, expanding in all directions, in all dimensions, defying even our most modern physics, soaring through places and worlds both familiar and unknown, inconceivable places, through past, present, and future, blasting fervently even beyond time itself, no doubt putting comforting, spontaneous smiles on the faces of all ancestors and all future descendants alike. What Zach and Kelsey have created is so pure, pristine, and potent and unceasing that I have no doubt it will enhance all those with whom they interact for years to come, and it will inspire and increase all of our capacities to exist meaningfully with one another. That is because what Zach and Kelsey have created is consummate love. Zach and Kelsey have created real love. Today we witness not just the pinnacle of that creation, but a great transformation, a bonding experience. And in turn, we celebrate the creation of a precious yet unbreakable union and the new era of joy, comfort, and growth that this union delivers. True that. Now, before I do the deed and win, y'alls, I will offer you briefly the most important lessons or advice I've obtained for my 35 years walking this earth. Never stop growing. This is the key to a fulfilling life, to evolve consciously by choice. Grow as individuals, grow as a couple, never stop evolving. Secondly, the key to a happy life is compassion and empathy. These are critical. Practice them. Number 3, there will be disagreements. Most, if not all, of a secular nature over dumb stuff. Remember, though, your spirit stands together now, merged and bonded by love. You make each other better. Number 4, consider your partner and put yourself in their shoes and you'll go a long way. They say in Buddhism that everyone is a teacher. Even you, Tim Beveridge. Those you are closest to or spend the most time with thus have the most to teach. Thus your spouse may be your biggest teacher. Finally, be kind. So then, there is a life force now within you that will take you places you never imagined. Nurture it and do not stagnate. Never stop growing. Now, I believe I owe y'all two a union. Zach, if you'd like to exchange your vows to Kelsey.
Yep. Hard to pinpoint when a defining moment happens in our lives, something that forever alters its course. Usually it happens passes us by and we realize it's only years later. With you, I knew. I knew on that first date at Pies and Pints when you said, quote, my friends told me not to talk about my cat. I knew that there was something different about you. Something very genuine, something very pure. As we continue to see each other, spend more and more time with one another, my suspicions can confirm. This is the one. You and I have been pretty much inseparable since that first day, and your conversation has never stopped. Before I could even tell anyone how I truly felt, Sam here said, unprovoked, probably where Sam lived at, dude, you're a rock that girl now. I couldn't agree more. Kelsey, you've been my partner in crime for nearly 5 years now. We've traveled from coast to coast, explored places I've never dreamed of actually seeing in person. You've been by my side through good times of life and hard times. You've been the rock in my life, the person who I confide in and seek guidance from. I couldn't imagine living this life without you. I met you at the perfect crossroads of life, and as you did then, you continue to do so now. You are that missing piece. Kelsey, I promise to always be here for you, always have your hand, offer advice when you ask, and to listen when you need it, especially about Jill. I promise to be your biggest fan, to travel to every marathon, to support you in all your training, and be waiting for you at every finish line, hugging a kiss, no matter how slow you are. You inspire me. I promise to be your biggest advocate, to always be on your side, and to always protect you. And most importantly, Kelsey, I promise to love you wholeheartedly, unconditionally, without reservation. To remain loyal to you. And Kelsey, as of today, your beloved child Titan will no longer be called my stepcat. I will admit for the first time, I don't mind that feeling. I love you, Kelsey, and I always love your smile, your laughter, the way you dance, the way you sing in the shower, your gloves, rolling your nose, and all your other little quirks. I love your family, and I love how they invite me in and accept me as one of their own. I love sharing my life with you. I love looking forward to what the future has in store for us. We're looking about knowing about it.
And Kelsey,
Alright. Zach, standing here across from you in front of all of our favorite people is a complete dream come true for me. I love you for all that you are and also for all that you will become as our life together moves on. My absolute favorite trait of yours is that you care so very much about the people that you love. You are the type of person that some may see as quiet or reserved, but in the years that I've spent getting to really know you, it quickly became evident just how much you truly and usually care. Some people love the support their partner provides or the way their loved one makes them laugh, and I'm lucky enough to have that in you as well, but finding someone who deeply cares like you do without reservation is rare. I rest easier at night knowing that your love for me is pure, true, and you would quite literally do anything for me. Sometimes I can see the emotion in your eyes. There it is. And I absolutely love that about you. Remembering the first steps of our relationship together, staring at you over pizza on our first date, walks on the rail trail and going for hikes, watching cartoons in your unique apartment. While I felt all of the classic emotions of falling in love, it was also evident to me that this was different. It was pure. With you, I felt safe. I felt trust. I felt home. There was never any questions of your intentions or of my feelings. It just worked. You are truly my favorite person in the world. I vow to always put you first and to consider your needs above those of all others, including my own. I vow to make the most of every moment with you, even the small ones. I vow to wake up every day and choose you. I vow to always remember that we are on the same team, working together, not against each other. I vow to support you in all of your dreams, even if that means that I'll end up in a house full of Legos. I vow to always do what I can to make you laugh, that genuine belly laugh that typically only Shifley brings out in you. I vow to always honor our longtime motto, there's no I in Zach and Kelsey. True love is when both people in the relationship believe that they are the lucky one. I vow to always remember how I feel at this moment and that I am the absolute luckiest. With the promise of the ring, know that you'll never have to face the world alone. I'm so proud to become your wife today, and I promise you that my love for you is everlasting.
Excellent. Tim, will you bring the rings? Kelsey, take Zach's ring and place it on his finger. Kelsey, do you vow to love and honor Zach, to commit your life to him, to listen to Frankie Valli, and to take him as your husband, closest friend, and love from this day forward?
I do.
Zach, take Kelsey's ring and place it on her finger. Zach, do you vow to love and honor Kelsey, to commit your life to her, to track her race progress on your cell phone, to take her as your wife, closest friend, and love her from this day forward?
I do.
So it is, and it shall be. Now that you have given yourselves to each other with solemn vows, in the giving and receiving of rings, in front of God and all who are assembled here, it is with great joy that I pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss your bride!